get it when we're done. Hello. Hi. Good night, good night, good night. We are going to be baking some lovely cakes. I wish you all could see my kitchen setup right now. It's really like a little studio. I've got a laptop over there. By the way, I am on YouTube live right now. So my YouTube family, thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, please drop them down below in the comment section and I will answer them, okay? And if any one of you from over here on TikTok want to go see what's happening on YouTube, you know how to get to my YouTube channel. Alrighty, so let me share this video. Alright, let me get started. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. So I'm making some chocolate cake and then we're going to be decorating it. I have a lot to do tonight, so let's get it started. No, hi Alia, no, Octavia's not sleeping. Mel, check the YouTube video and let me know what you think of it. Let me know what it's like over there. I need to get my YouTube channel back up and running, okay? So I'm going to be doing a lot of live videos over there as well. And it's exciting. Of course, I'm excited about that. I'm taking her trick or treat, yeah. Mama taking baby trick or treating. Come. No clue. Hi, darling. Please make sure you don't get any eggshells. No eggshells in your cakes, okay? I'm fine. How are you? Hi, Olivia. Oliver. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? So remember, while you're mixing your butter and your sugar, you need to stop to scrape down your mixing bowl, alright? Definitely they'll do that. They'll definitely be doing that. Octavia just ate a whole cupcake. By the way, thank you so much to everyone that ordered some cake jars today. I sent them out already. Even the orders that came in after 4 p.m. I sent out. well. You'll get them soon. Thank you so much. Don't forget the vanilla. Bacon cake. The only thing with bacon I've made is a maple bacon cupcake. Amazing. It's really delicious. If you've never tried it before, make sure to give it a try. So the maple bacon cupcake, mwah, so good. 2 years ago, it was my best-selling cupcake flavor. But I don't really make it much again. I don't know why. I don't know why. I made maple bacon caramel. Ah, that's supposed to be so good. That's so good. Melissa, what was the YouTube video like? Hey, sugar. It is. I like cake to raisin cake called pudding. Potato pudding. Yeah, potato pudding is nice. I just like the burnt bits of it though. Thank you, sugar. Remember, everything that goes into your cakes must be at room temperature, alright? So I'm just pouring out some milk here and I'm going to pop it in the microwave to heat it up. I'm short a little bit. I have another bottle of milk. I need to go get that. Desland, I know you're watching on YouTube. Can you help me to get the milk in the fridge? Let's see if my husband hears that. I am Jamaican. Yeah, proper Jamaican girl. Let's see if my husband heard that just now. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to pop the milk in the microwave. You better not. No, I'll see if he's really watching my YouTube video. Ah, he heard me. Thank you, baby. He heard me. I am Jamaican living in the UK. I am living in the UK as well. Yes. Well, I wasn't on mute. That's sweet, right? So yes, I have to keep milk in a bundle in this house. Yes, he heard me. I'm actually surprised, you know. I'm surprised, but yeah. He heard me. We're going to keep on mixing. Amazing. I'm happy it's really good. My kitchen is like a little studio now. I can't pass this point, so all of my washing up is going to have to be done after, because I have a ring light there, the phone is here, the camera is here. Hi, babe. sorry, my lovely YouTube viewers. I've not been able to see your comments, but I'm going to get my iPad now so I can go on and see the comments as well. This is hot. It was just meant to be warm. So Errol, very soon I'm going to be opening the pre-order of my Christmas cakes. That black Jamaican rum cake. So make sure to check out my website so you can get your orders in. They are amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if anyone is viewing and you want to be on the list for the pre-ordering of my fruit cakes for the Christmas season, then let me know. All right. All right, so let me log on now so I can see. So I can see my lovely people that's on YouTube now. So I can start answering. Oh Lord. This is not right. Okay, yes, I can see now. Yes, hi Melissa. First time here, catching a live. I recently subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me turn this down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're baking some chocolate cake. And we're going to be fully decorating this cake as well. I haven't been going live much on YouTube for a little while now, but I'm back and I'm not going to stop, okay? Yes, guys, thank you, Sugar. Tap the screen, let us get to 5,000 likes. If you're watching on YouTube, please share the live video with your friends as well. And if you're new, please subscribe. Make sure you scrape down your mixing bowl very well. That is very important. It really wasn't bad. Sorry, I'm gonna have to move you a little bit. Let me get some water in the kettle. This is so funny. Hey Sugar, how are you? French pie. I'm making my first. I've never heard of a French silk pie at all. That sounds delicious. I'm not bad at all. Here doing some late night baking and decorating. I have to decorate this cake tonight. So remember to always start off with your dry ingredients. Start off with adding your dry ingredients, followed by wet, followed by dry, and you end with dry. So you start with dry and end with dry. Very important, okay? Why do I feel as if I'm putting too much of something in here? So I added some flour, then the milk, then flour again, then the rest of the milk. Then I'll end with the flour. But before I go any further, I'm going to start preheating my oven. For my chocolate cake, I don't bake my chocolate cakes with a water bath. The reason for that is my chocolate cake recipe is very liquidy. It's a watery batter. So I don't bake it with the water bath in the oven. It makes it very sticky a bit. So we're going to start preheating the oven now. You all know I bake low and slow. So I bake all of my cakes at 145 degrees Celsius. If you have any questions, please let me know. It's so funny, the YouTube video is a little bit delayed. I don't know why. But yeah. Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna go ahead now and add in the rest of the last bit of my flour. I use this to keep the moisture. So at 145, just for your cake, the oven to not be too hot, where the cakes will rise too fast and you get that peak, that volcano looking peak in the oven. No, she's not. And I've been so thrown off for the past 2 or 3 days. I haven't heard from her, I think. Yeah, I was on when? This morning I was on, she wasn't on. Yesterday, and she wasn't on as well. So once you're finished mixing this part of your recipe, it's going to be very thick. But remember, we're going to add some hot black coffee to this now. But you need to scrape off your scraper very well. As you can see, flour is falling off of this. So you want to scrape it down well so no dry bits of flour is left stuck to your paddle attachment, okay? So give it a good scrape. Hi Sugar, how are you? Welcome, welcome. And give your mixing bowl a proper scrape. So this is a very thick batter now. So let me show you what it's looking like. See? It's like a brownie batter. Very, very thick. But once I add the hot water and the coffee to it, it's going to be runny. So this is what you want your batter to be looking like, alright? Yeah, I hope so. I'm going to try to give her a call later. If you're watching over on YouTube and you have any questions, please drop your questions. I'm seeing the comments now, so I will be able to answer them, okay? All right. Coffee. I just remembered that I rinsed out my coffee bottle yesterday morning to make some coffee. Let's see if I find any coffee in this house. This is so funny. This is so honey. Let me see if I find any coffee. I'm gonna go down right here. Ooh. Okay, and of course I found some. So I have some. Let us see the date on this one. $2026, so it is fine. Looks a bit funny though. No, so the coffee here don't look right at all. I'm not going to add any coffee to this recipe. The coffee is not expired, but look what it looks like. I've never seen this before. Look at that. I don't even know. Are you seeing it? I'm not using it at all. It's not expired until 2026. It looks like spider webs. Oh, crap. It looks like spider web in it. Let's see if people over on YouTube can see it. Look at that. The thing is that I bought a second bottle of coffee and opened it and started using it and never realized it's because it's got. I've never seen this. Halloween coffee. So it's going in the bin. Halloween coffee. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're just going to be using the water. No coffee. Sometimes I have those tiny pockets of coffee. Let me see if I find any. Well, today is not my lucky day. I don't find any. So, oh Lord, it's been many years since I baked a chocolate cake without coffee. But we gotta do what we gotta do, okay? And then I'll ask her, Mommy, you have coffee? She often does it. So give it a little mix, guys. You don't want to start the mixer and let this hot water splash all over your face. So you have to mix it well. Mix it well. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, now we're going to turn the mixer on and give it a little mix. This smells so good. So even though I don't have the coffee in here, it smells good and we're going to make it work, all right? So delicious. So you see how liquidy this is? Very watery. That's how we want it to be, okay? That is how we want it to be. It's a good thing I was looking at the phone now. Great. And now my batter is all ready. This is what it's looking like now. Do you see the difference? Very liquidy. And that's what we want it to look like. Let me get this bad boy out of the way now so I can have more space on my table. I'll be back. Put my baby down. I'm back. And remember, my oven is preheating. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. Do you have any questions about the chocolate cake making process? If you do have any questions, this is a perfect time to ask your questions. If you're watching this video on YouTube at a later date, still drop your comments, your questions in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer them, okay? If you want access to any of my recipes, they are all available on my website, okay? All right, let me get my baking tins ready. Should be able to get about 6 of them from this. Can you repeat the ingredients, please? So I wasn't giving out the ingredients. I said if you wanted access to the recipes available on my website at a cost, so you can check that out. Trev, if you don't have a cake steamer, what can be used as substitute? Like for fondant cakes, a blow dryer. Cool. I never know that. You see, every day you learn. I only use the cake steamer for my fondant cakes, or before I had one, what I did, I'll wet a fluffy brush. So you know, like a foundation brush. Obviously not one that you've been using for your makeup foundation. Don't mind me, somebody somewhere is thinking that right now. So like a foundation brush, you wet it a bit with some water, flush the excess water out, and use it to dust the cornstarch off the cake. But you definitely don't want to leave your cake with all of that cornstarch residue. Oh, you're asking. Okay guys, so she didn't suggest a blow dryer, she was asking if a blow dryer could be used. I don't think so, but when it's dry it looks dull again. Even with the steamer, that shine, that sheen that you get from the steamer, it doesn't last. It doesn't stay forever on the cake. So once it dries, it will go away still. Alright, what I'm using here is a homemade cake release. So it is equal part flour, vegetable shortening, and vegetable oil. I'm just using it to smother all over my baking tin, like so. And yes, I'm still going to line my baking tins. I line my cake tins because it helps me to get a very smooth base to decorate my cakes. We have a lot of fondant toppers to make, so that is what most of this session is going to be about. And then of course we're going to decorate the cakes. But once the cakes come out of the oven, I'm going to let them cool down a little and then straight to the freezer, because I want them to cool fast so I can decorate them. The cake is going out tomorrow. And no, it's not really a last minute order, but for the past 3 days I was preparing for yesterday's event, and then I was tired yesterday. When I got home, I was in bed by like 9:30. By 10 something, I was fast asleep. Fast asleep. Alright, so get this into your baking tin really well. And remember guys, all this time my oven is preheating. Change of weather. What about the change of weather, darling? What's that? On TikTok, my hair is looking cute. On YouTube, I'm not liking my hair at all. Yeah, even that, yeah, that's true. That's so true, and believe me, I can't take the cold, you see? I can't take the cold at all. Me and the cold is no friends. Alright, once you're done, you're going to line your baking tins. It's important, so line them. This is my parchment paper. I bought this massive roll from Costco. I thought it would have been finished by now, but I still have it. So these little squares will go to the base of my baking tins. And then I'll do some strips to go around the sides of the tin. Remember on Sunday. Oh yes, that's true. So I'll wake up later, right? I completely forgot about that. Anyways, I normally don't keep track of it. I then do these strips for the sides of the baking tins. It's important. And it's a good idea to prep your baking tins before you start baking, so it's easier. But you know, I like to go the hard way every time. sure I'm doing more than I'm supposed to. If you're watching on YouTube, say hi. Oh, your bank is nice. Alright, that should be enough. Some scissors right here. And this baking tin is all ready. See? Lined at the sides and at the base. All ready. Definitely is. And it prevents you from having a whole lot of crumbs to deal with when it comes to, you know, crumb coating your cakes. Remember guys, I do have classes on TikTok for my subscribers every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All of those days will not stay for very long. I'm just getting everyone up to speed with their cake baking, buttercream making, and the basic steps of cake decorating before I cut the days down. So on Wednesdays, we go back to the basis for new subscribers. So if this is something you're interested in, you want to learn how to bake and decorate beautiful cakes, then join my subscription team and you get added to a WhatsApp group where you get continuous support. A schedule is sent out. Very soon I'm going to send out the November schedule, so everybody knows exactly what's happening for all the days of November. I enjoy these classes. So, alright. We're going to fill our baking tins now. You can weigh your baking tins on the scale before filling them, so you put an exact amount of butter in each baking tin. The reason for that is you want your cakes to rise evenly, bake together at around the same time. So if you have more butter in one baking tin and less in another, the one with less butter will bake faster than the one with more butter, and that will cause you to be opening your oven too soon to take out the smaller ones and cause the bigger ones to deflate a bit. So if you're at the stage where you can look at your baking tin and be like, okay, that's about the same amount. Hi Kim, where have you been? How are you doing today? So if you're at the stage where you can look at your baking tins and be like, okay, that's about the same amount of butter, then perfect, that's amazing. Do just that, all right? But if you're unsure, you can either use a measuring cup or a scale to measure your butter. Okay, I'm happy to see you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some butter in. When did you get good at baking or find your talent? I'll tell you a little about that. Let me just put these in the oven. My mixing bowl is just heavy. So you see, from one batch of my chocolate recipe, you get 6 inch round cakes, alright? So this is actually 2 batches. But when I first developed this recipe, my one batch was too small. I'm always running short. So I doubled it a long time ago and called it one batch. So what you're making is actually 2 batches. But it's better to make it this way. You can get a good size cake and some cupcakes from one batch of this recipe. So my oven is nice and preheated now. I can go ahead and put my baking tins in. Remember, I don't use a water bath for my chocolate cakes because the chocolate batter is very, very runny. I'm gonna go ahead now and put these cakes in the oven. And my oven is right here. So convenient, right? Whoops. And yes, I bake on all the shelves in my oven. So my oven can hold 8 of those 6-inch round baking tins. And I love that. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to set my timer. And I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. Thank you, darling. I almost forgot, but I turned around and I saw it. I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. The reason why you want to set your timer for at least 30 minutes when you're baking your cakes from a 6-inch round and up. You don't want to open your oven too soon when your cakes are just about to start rising and cause the cakes to deflate. Believe me, once them deflate, at the mercy of God, take them back up. And when your cakes deflate and don't rise properly, your cakes are very dense in the center. And we don't want that. It's not nice. You don't get that nice, light, fluffy texture in your cakes, alright? So make sure, don't open your ovens before 30 minutes. So what we're gonna do now, I have a whole lot of fondant bits to make for this beautiful cake. So we're gonna get started on that now. Do you have any questions? So a question was asked earlier, when did I find my passion in baking? So if you go to my YouTube channel, I do have a little introductory video telling a little bit about how I got started. So that's a very good video to watch. My YouTube channel is The Cakers Channel. I'm also starting my blog. I just wrote a blog this morning. Look at me. So exciting. So in my blog, one of the blogs I wrote was really just encouraging people to get started. Just start. Make that first step. That first step is the hardest one to make. But once you make it, and once you're determined and you have the passion and the love for whatever, this doesn't just relate to baking. Of course, the blog is mainly baking, but you can apply this to any aspect of your life, anything at all that you're passionate about. just get started. If you sit back and wait for the right time, believe me, that right moment will not come. Hi, Blessed. Thank you for your question. I use a mock Swiss buttercream and all of my recipes are available on my website. They are for sale, actually. It's something I always wanted to learn to do. Tanisha, join my subscription class, or very soon I'm going to be having a little subscription section on my website as well, where I will have videos uploaded. I don't know the frequency of it yet, but I'm creating a whole lot of videos now for that. So that's the reason why I haven't launched that as yet, because I want it to be a good gallery when you guys get into that subscription suite. So you'll have enough things to keep you busy until I make new content. So I'll be running ahead of you guys every time. So I have to batch create a whole lot of content now to upload before I actually launch it. So keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, you can utilize my YouTube channel. You can also join my TikTok subscription classes every Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I teach people here on TikTok how to bake and decorate amazing cakes. So if that's something you're interested in, you can do that. But before you go ahead and subscribe, please remember that you pay a one-off £35. That is 50% of the total cost of my recipes. So you pay your subscription fee and you pay that £35. So you get 50%. Once you're a subscriber, you get 50% off your recipes. The reason I've given my first 30 subscribers the recipes at no additional cost. People between 30 and 60 get 50% off. The reason I'm doing that is I've had people just subscribe, get the recipes, and they don't even come to class. So I gotta try to be smarter than you guys. Anyways, I'm going to clean off my table and get some fondant now. Let me show you the cake that we're decorating tonight. It's a fun cake. It's a fun one. That's it. So we have all of those toppers to make. All of them. So it's gonna be a long night. So while the cakes are baking, they'll get time to cool because these things does take a long while, okay? Oh no. Now I miss my old website. Now I miss it. Anyways. Let me just put these over here, wash my hands, and get some fondant. Oh Lord. That's my little fondant container. fondant. More fondant. Then I need to get some little tools to work with now. I need that board, fondant smoother, a rolling pin, also need to get some cutters for the names. That's my little container there. Oh no. Need to get some cornstarch. Food coloring, but I'll get that later. Sorry guys. Some brush. I think I have all of my little tools now to do this fondant with. Stokes, are you still here? Remember, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Because what's a going on, darling? How are you? How are you, sugar? I did not put the oil in the cake. This is not good. You see why you are not supposed to bake last minute? You know what? I'm gonna stop baking on live. Every time. I never even start the timer. What will happen? I don't know. This has never happened before. Let us see. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Half a cup. So like, I don't know. Let us see. I don't know. It's not funny. It is not funny at all. All right. I didn't use the hot water bath. Surely it won't affect anything. Let us see. I really don't know. So, let us see. let's see. Let's get started on the fondant work. Yes, but if they don't, the whole idea of this is to half the fat that goes into the cake. So I use half the amount of butter and half the amount of, so half butter and half oil to still complete the amount of fat that you're putting in the cake. So I just added the half butter and not the half oil. And the oil is right there. I put everything to the side that I wanted to use. But let us see. And I didn't even have my coffee. Yes, the hot water bath would have given it some. But let's see. Let us see. Let me take this out just in case. Fingers crossed. All right. Let us start working on the cake. Let's start working on it. Yes, everything else is in there. Oh, you forgot to put the oil really does make a difference. Yes, it does. It does make a difference. It's important. It's like forgetting to put the egg. But let us see. You never know. They're rising beautifully. Let us see. Let's see. Fingers crossed. If it's not nice, I'm just gonna have to redo it. I'm just gonna have to redo it. And this cake is due tomorrow, so I don't have a choice. But in the meantime, I think getting those fondant works out the way is the most important thing now. Let me just quickly go to my one minute, guys, don't go anywhere, just checking something. Hi YouTube, I'm still here. Maybe have to redo it. Oil is essential. Yes, I'm maybe gonna have to do that, but let's see what it's like when it comes out. Let us see, and then we will decide what happens going forward. But yeah, let me start on the fondant bits. So I want a deep blue. They're rising. I want some black. I want some green. I want some blue. I'll use that blue. I want some orange. want some brown. I want some yellow. I want some pink. And I want some red. I kind of have most of the colors already, so that is amazing. So we have a lot of little bits of things to make. Are you seeing everything clearly? How did I forget the oil? How? I can't believe this is not the night for all of that. Alright, let us make this orangey, browny, orangey color. You're just hearing. Can you believe? Can you believe? The cakes are in the oven with no oil. It will come together. It will. It will. It will come together. So I don't want it to be a very bright orange. So I'm going to mix a little brown in it. That's right. Yes, let me give myself some grace. Beth, you're supposed to be able to tell me from now what the outcome is going to be. Has this ever happened to you? Has this ever happened to you? It's my first time. Oh my gosh. It's my first time. But worse. Come on, don't try to make me feel good now. Let me get my Tylose powder. Just for the chocolate cake. The eggs. But listen, forgetting the oil is like forgetting the egg. Well, I think. Forgetting the oil is like forgetting the egg. And them smell good, you know? Them not rising as much. They're rising, but not as much as they would have normally. But let us see. That's an amazing idea. Worse when I'm going live. But you see, I add everything. Oh, the oil is right here beside me. I don't even know why I looked over and I'm like, did I use the oil? No. Anyways, let's get everything done. Well, I'm still smiling. So I don't want the topper to be any bigger than this because it's a 6-inch cake. So that's a 6-inch thingy. laughing. What to do? What am I supposed to do? Well, good thing I don't wash the bowl as yet, so I can just quickly get the bowl back. Sorry guys, it's asking me to verify the live. Always takes forever. Hi my YouTube viewers, how are you doing today? Remember, if you have any questions, ask them down below and I will answer them. Try not to forget key ingredients when you're baking. As you can see, that can happen even when you are well seasoned. These things still happen, so if it does happen to you, don't beat yourself up. Why is this doing that? Sorry TikTok, I don't know what's happening with them. So I added some Tylose powder to my fondant so it will get hard. I'm going to get a little pattern mat now to put some wood effect on that fondant. What is happening? Guys, in 2 minutes the live will end. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what happened. The screen wasn't showing up. Alright, so I'm using this pattern to give some pattern to my fondant. Hey Sugar, how are you? This is the theme. Sis, for a little girl's birthday, so it needs to be perfect. Yes, I have been on here a little while. Just made a famous chocolate cake with no vegetable oil. Let's see. So I'm making a little ladder.